Hi, and welcome back to the TackleShare YouTube channel. Make sure to hit subscribe, like, and tap that notification bell so you can see new videos as soon as they're posted. Hey everyone, and welcome back to our TackleShare YouTube channel. Today we woke up and we had a nice blanket of snow across our lawn. It's the middle of November, so then I realized that I have 2 more weeks to fish a lake that's going to turn into a sanctuary soon. So I wanted to jump in the van and see if I can go catch some fish. Let's go. All right, so typically when you're looking for a place to go fishing, you're looking for structure, somewhere for a fish to hide, or that habitat, or where their prey is gonna hide. So typically you wouldn't suggest going to like a sandy area or a beach like this. I just happened to find this location. We take our kids here fishing. We take our kids here swimming up the beach a little bit, way over there. Nobody swims down here, so I know it's okay for me to be casting out here. I don't want to be leaving any hooks where people are swimming. This like marshy, swampy area in the summertime that's really, really weedy. So one day last month or so, October, we came by with the kids, not thinking much of it. We didn't think we were gonna catch many fish, but my husband threw in a line and caught a pike right offshore here. So that's why we came out today, hopefully to do the same. Of course, I've already put, maybe you can see it. I've already put a leader on here, and of course with pike or any other fish that has a lot of abrasive teeth that can snap your line, you want to make sure you put a leader on there to protect your lure. You don't want to hook onto something that then breaks away. Anyway, so I started today off with the MEPS. Now I'm going to change up my presentation because I've cast maybe 15-20 times all up and down the shoreline and haven't got a bite, so I know there's got to be some fish here. I'm going to check my tackle box and see what else I can bring out. All right, in an earlier video, I opened up a lure package from Lucky Strike, and this is one of the lures that's in it. So I think I'm gonna give that a shot. It's sitting in my tackle box. I haven't even opened it up yet. So I'm gonna throw on this leaders. So far, my strategy has been, there's a weed bed right over there, a small pocket right here in front of us, and a larger, more pronounced weed bed just down the beach. And my strategy has been to cast on the outskirts of that because fish will scour individually each one of those little pockets as they move along the shoreline. So I'm just trying to cast and meet up with them as that's where they are. So that's my strategy. I don't think it would be called fall fishing if it wasn't snowing on you at one point in time. But anyways, I'm gonna try and hit up a new spot because I haven't had very many bites here. It's very quiet, very eerie. If you don't already have downloaded the fishing regulations to your phone, periodically you can actually find print copies at certain vendor locations. Mine is so well used that I no longer have the cover to mine, but you wanna make sure that even though you've been fishing the same area for a long period of time throughout the summer, there's things that change all the time, especially in the fall. Things start to close up. And like I said earlier, I know that this lake closes December 1st. There's a sanctuary that goes into place, so I can't fish this lake at all until it opens up again. Make sure you know your fishing regulations, and if you ever have a question, there's a number that you can contact to make sure you're absolutely certain of what you're able to fish, what species, when, and how many you can keep. Make sure you download a copy of it to your phone, or you can also find some print copies periodically. I like to have one with me in my tackle box should my phone not be working very properly. Anyways, it is now really, really snowing. Look at that, it is snowing. I'm gonna go jump in the vehicle, drive down the road a little bit. There's a culvert here that has a bit of water exchange, and that's another really good thing is in the fall, when the current starts moving, fish like to really be in and out of those high flow areas. So that's where I'm gonna hit up next. All right, so here's Ontario weather for you. We started out and the beach was sandy, but now it's all snowy. We got quite a bit of snow coming in here right now. I'm not ready to give up yet though, so I'm gonna go over down the road a little bit, see if I can find myself another spot to throw a couple more casts because I don't wanna give in, even though it's snowing. It's quite a cold, but still not terrible. But we're gonna hit the road and see if I can hit one more spot before the end of the day. Where that snow squall came from, that was something, and I only just drove down the road. I'm gonna throw this out, and you can see maybe here, if I turn, you can see there's a couple culverts here going underneath the highway, so if you hear some cars going by, it's very loud, I apologize. But these, at dawn and dusk, you seem to get quite a bit of extra flow coming through here, and you can catch some pretty decent fish trying to move from body water to body water. So we're gonna give it a try right now. So inevitably I lost that imitation perch lure because it hit the bottom, hit a rock, it snagged, and it pulled off. So I'm gonna have to come back tomorrow, probably with my chest waders, and go pull it back out because I can see it right here, but it's far too cold for me to go get it right now. So I've thrown on a Big O that has this flat bill, and I've described it in one of my previous videos. What's really great about these flat billed Big O's is that they have that lip at the front there, which helps it like bounce across the rocks and prevents it from getting caught as much, which is what I'm hoping to do. So I'm still trying to fish to the end of the day here because I know that the late bite is pretty good. I have to pick up kids before dark, so we'll see what happens and see if we can catch a fish. So I mentioned earlier that this is a body of water that I know closes to fishing in about another 2 weeks. It's middle of November now, December 1st, it becomes a sanctuary. I just wanted to highlight now that it's really important that you know your fishing regulations. You have to always make sure you're keeping on top of it because as the seasons progress, things change. So making sure that you've downloaded the fishing regulations to your phone, you can easily do that, load it as a PDF and go through and check it. You can access some print versions occasionally if you get them at certain license issuers, and keep up to date with that information because it continually changes. Seasons close, sanctuaries come up, and you want to make sure you're on top of that. All right, so I hate to admit defeat, but I think the fish beat me today. I did not catch anything, but I still got to learn a little bit more about the water body that I'm fishing. I now know where there's some snags, and I now know where there are no snags, but changing it up a little bit to try and make sure you get a better broadcast across your water, and making sure you know your regulations because some lakes do close early for sanctuaries and seasons change all the time. So make sure you check your fishing regulations and don't be afraid to get out in the cold.